Hey guys, the maintenance is finally done. That was, what, over 24 hours long? Or something like that, so that's good that we finally have that done, and I can actually play the game now. But this is one of the larger updates, one of the larger data downloads we've gotten in quite a while. So there's a bit of information we need to go through here. Unfortunately, DBZ Space is not updated yet, so I'm going to go through a few Twitter posts here. And we'll take a look at everything that we're getting through these Twitter posts. So shout out to all the people that I'm going to be referencing here. First, we have Air. So a lot of this stuff is just, global sort of catching up to JP, especially these earlier things we're going to talk about, like this, these new events as well as characters, right? The free-to-play Goku here. This is I think the SSR version before he awakens. So we're getting the new Majin Saga story event, which is going to pretty much play into this middle portion of the Buu Saga. And then we are going to be getting another Majin Saga story event that should be the conclusion of the Majin Saga. That will probably get, coming up pretty soon as we move into the actual celebration here. But yeah, this Goku is going to be farmable. We have a farmable Goten as well, and we have a farmable Gohan. Now, these three units are farmable from the new event, but the way that you actually obtain them is they don't actually drop from the event themselves, or from the event itself. You have to actually purchase these units by collecting, I think it's the chocolate treasure item from the story mode, and then you exchange that item for these characters. So it's a little bit different than normal, but it's not too bad, I don't think. We'll see. Next, we have the physical support units. We have Super Buu here, and then we have the Gohan. Now, the unfortunate thing about this guy is this is literally the exact same version of Gohan that JP just got as a Dokkan Fest exclusive, and you're not really ever going to be running this guy over that one because the other one is just so stupid. I guess the only time you'd be running this guy is Extreme Super Battle Road, so that is one use for him, but he the value of this guy went down a lot once the other one came out. This guy's really, really good, though, the Super Buu. As an extreme physical supporting unit, he heals 18% on super attack. He's really, really good. Orb changer, all that stuff. But what I really want to try out is having this guy the leader. So running double Super Buu leader, if I can find a friend, and run the Broly LR trio on that team, because having two, orb changes for them is going to be massive. They're basically going to be guaranteed to get their dodging active, so definitely want to try that out whenever that comes out. Okay, let's move on. Scrolling down here, we have, these are the Awaken versions of the farmable characters. So Goku Awaken version is this. That's pretty good art. This is an actual standalone Ultimate Gohan, so he doesn't share a name with the Gohan we just looked at. And this is, I believe this is just Goten, even though Trunks is in the card art and they do the fusion together. I think this is just Goten. So they do the fusion super attack, so similar to LR Trunks and Goten, but this is just a Goten card. So those are all the farmable units from the story event. Now this is interesting because we're getting explosive chain battle. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but this Buu, right? This Buu is the enemy for explosive chain battle, and this is actually an enemy that JP has not gotten yet. So it looks like Global is going to be starting explosive chain battle, getting the same enemy as JP is at the same time, which makes sense because that's I assume this is going to be implemented within the countdown celebration, because that should be starting like today or tomorrow or something like that. So by the time the video is live, this countdown celebration might actually have been started already. So we'll see. These are the new icons for, I think, the story event. Yeah, has to be. This is the key item. I believe this key is for, what is this key for? Actually, I don't know. I don't know what this key is for. If you guys know, let me know down below. I actually didn't think about this before I looked at this key. I don't know what this is for. This could be like a new type of key. I don't know. You guys can let me know. It might be connected to the celebration that we don't know yet, but this is the ticket for the banner with like 1 billion featured units on it. Now, generally, this is actually called something different this year. We have been calling it the $350 million celebration up until now, because it's been increasing in increments of 50 million every single year, and that's what they've been calling it. So 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago, it started as 200 million, then the year after was 250, the year after was 300, now this year they stopped calling it by the download numbers. They started calling it the Worldwide Campaign Celebration, so makes sense. Next, we do have stickers for some of these free-to-play units. These are all 100%able units, by the way, so pretty cool. They give out stickers for those. I have no idea what this is. It's very, very low quality. If you guys know what this is, let me know. It's just too hard to even make out what that is. And then these are just new tips in the news that are talking about the update to the link leveling system, which we'll talk about in a second. And this is also something that JP got a while back, which are the assets for the celebration itself. So we have like new stuff here that's going to be part of the UI, talking about co-op campaigns and stuff. You know, campaign missions, Japan versus global. They call it international, but basically going to be co-op and versus missions. So that's going to be cool. And then here are the countdown images for the actual countdown celebration for the worldwide, global, whatever they call it. 7 days is Gohan and Videl. 6 days left is Supreme Kai and Kibito. And then we have 5 days, which is Babidi and Deborah. Then we have Majin, Vegeta, and Fat Boo. 3 days left is Goku Super Saiyan 3, which is interesting because this art has been in the game for literally like 4 years. They've never actually used it on a card, but they're using it on here, which is interesting. Then 2 days left is Goten and Trunks. And then lastly, we have Super Boo, which brings, you know... brings up to speed pretty much where we left off, because on JP the last Dokkan Fest was Teen Gohan. Well, I guess technically it is Teen Gohan, but it's the Gohan, Ultimate Gohan that fought Super Boo. So that's literally exactly where that left off, which makes sense because, you know, now that we've seen the app icon, which is now available on global as well as JP, which we talked about last night, it makes sense that the next thing is going to be Vegito, because that's what happens chronologically, and this is where this is leaving off as well. And that's pretty much all we have for this post. Let's move on to the next one. Something from Kawhi. He's saying here, this is for global specifically, the Kale and Khalifa EZA, which was tied to the Kefla celebration on JP, is not anywhere to be found in the files. So I don't know if that means they're not coming for a while or not, but we'll see. And then someone asked him about Extremes for Battle Road, and he just said that's not there either. So fortunately, we're gonna have to keep waiting for that. I don't know why they're making us wait so long for it. JP got this back in March and is already at like the end of August here, so a little bit unfortunate there. I have no idea when they'll put that in. They might, you know what they might do? They might actually wait all the way until Golden Week celebration, which would be November for us on global. That would suck, but what are we gonna do about it? And then lastly, the Super Brew event, the one Globe's missing a stage of. So I think that's called the Terrifying Transforming Majin or something like that. That's the original one was the Int Buhan one. That's this Dokkan event. And Boss Rush are set to end on August 26th at 9 for global. So I think this is very strong evidence that in addition to the Goku and Vegeta that we saw, you know, the app icon, the extreme variant of the Dual Dokkan Fest is probably looking like it's going to be some kind of Buhan unit. Or maybe even just a transforming Super Boo, if they want to do that again. Or maybe a Boo Tanks even, I don't know. But it's not going to be a Kid Boo. The only reason why I say that is because Kid Boo does have his own Dokkan event, and he would get, like, his Dokkan event would be shown to be going away if it was Kid Boo. But now that we know that the Super Boo event, or the Buhan event, is basically all the versions of Super Boo. So we have Super Boo, just plain Super Boo. We have Super Boo Piccolo, Super Boo Gotenks, and Super Boo Ultimate Gohan. So any one of those four, they could do a Dokkan Fest exclusive for any one of those. And we know it's probably going to be an LR because we already saw that the Vegito is going to be an LR. Goku and Vegeta were in this art style of an LR. So, you know what? What do I want from this? I would kind of like to see a Boo Gotenks who transforms into Buhan. That's what I want to see from this. But we'll see. That's probably what's going to end up happening for the Part 1 Dual Dokkan Fest. So we're going to have base form Goku and then Angel Vegeta, I guess, on one banner. The Extreme banner is going to be, I guess, some kind of Super Boo. Alright, well, that's pretty much all we have for the Twitter stuff, so shout out to all these guys that help provide the information. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the actual game now, where we'll talk about the update itself and what came with it. Alright, so quickly here, I just want to go over, we have the new story event coming soon, which has been here for a few days, but this is showing all the units that are coming, which we talked about a few seconds ago. Then we have the new stages for Infinite Dragon Ball History, which honestly should be coming, like, today or tomorrow, so that'll be interesting. And then we have the actual update information itself, which is honestly one of the bigger updates this game's ever received. The first thing, which is the main thing I want to discuss briefly, is the link leveling system. So basically what this is I have a video talking about this, but every single link in the game now has levels, and it goes from 1 to 10, and you have a chance of leveling up your links through just any battle. It's free to play, there's no like paid aspect to this at all. Every time you engage in a battle, you have a chance to level up your links, and it goes from 1 to 10, and every battle you can level up your links. I'll do like one fight just to show you guys what I'm talking about, but you want to sort of take on events that have more fights, that you have more chances to level up your links. Events that have more stamina requirements, those have a better chance of leveling your links. And then events that don't take stamina don't level up your links at all, so that's, you know, useful information there. Besides that, nothing really too major to talk about there. Optimize the display of certain details in battle, yeah, so I'll show you guys that in firsthand as well, but basically you can see all the links that are active as well. What else we got? Same thing with the enemy as well. And then there's a turn counter as well, which is long overdue, but they finally added it, so better late than never, I guess. In the bottom right there, you can see that. New battle mode, explosive chain battle. I did a whole video on this, so about a week ago. You guys can watch that if you're interested in seeing how that's played out, but this is not yet live. I assume this is going to be going live within the next few days during the countdown celebration, so I will make another video actually playing the mode and telling you guys what I think is the best strategy to use for this, so stay tuned for that. And then this is associated with, right, the secret treasure chest thing. What else? Category filters, you can now search for inclusive, so you have 2 categories, 3 categories, 4 categories. You want to find characters that are in all of those instead of just or. You can do that now with the search function, and the rest of this is just basically just not very important. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take... you guys can guess what my first team that I'm going to be leveling up here is, right? So this is the stage that I think is the best for leveling up your links. You're going to go to 23, and then stage number 8. That's stage number 8, right? Yes, 23-8. Stage is called Fighting Runs in the Family, and after talking to a few people about this, it's pretty unanimous that this is what they consider to be the best stage to level your links on. And apparently the boost feature does not actually work with leveling up your links. I haven't tested it, but that's what I've been told. So here's my team. Let me actually just pick, we'll just pick Turles, doesn't really matter. Everything's gonna die in one hit anyway. So Wicked Bloodline, let's just take a look at, for example, Metal Cooler here. We can now go to his links and notice how there are levels next to them. I did a few runs of this stage earlier, so they're not all at one. But, they're a lot more powerful now, and the UI for this is different as well, so a lot of updates there. I'll just hop in for one... I'm going to show you guys one battle here, not the whole stage, because the whole stage actually takes quite a bit of time here. You can actually get a Dokkan attack if you do enough fights here, so... I want to go the route of more enemies, so I'm going to go down. We'll go 5. And we'll fight this guy. I guess AoE is really helpful here, but, I mean, you could use the Broly as a leader, and then just pick random allies on your team, because you're not really going to die. There's literally no chance you die, so... You could just have a Broly as your designated leader, or like any AoE unit as your designated leader while you go through these stages, and even if your team is not synergizing with your leader at all, as long as your leader is able to AoE the enemies down, that's all you really care about. Like, we're taking 0 damage from all these attacks, it's not going to really matter here. Alright, so we'll take care of this Cyberman, and we'll see exactly what links we level, if any. It's all random, by the way, so we'll see what happens. Okay, cool, we're just going to attack. And... anything up? Alright, so we leveled up Shattering the Limit for Golden Cooler, and that's it. So, you can see that down there. Alright, we'll do one more fight because I didn't show off the new UI stuff. See if we can get this Cyberman here. Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. Alright, so the first thing you notice is that they showed all the passives like pop-up things at once, which is going to save some time. We're targeting the Cyberman over there on the left. We can actually hold down on him, and it'll show us his status. So if his attack is lowered, defense is lowered, you know, anything like that, it'll say that right there. And then the enemy's skill is going to be like, oh, he locks you in place, or he's immune to being, you know, defense lowered, stuff like that. And then if we hover over or long tap on Cooler, any of these coolers, we can see how many links they have active and what levels they are. So big improvements for the game. And then obviously the turn counter is right down there on the bottom. It says turn 1. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. You can let me know down below if you guys are excited for this update. One of the bigger updates in the game's history for sure. I'm going to be focusing on this team because obviously Wicked Bloodlines my favorite category in the game. Let me know who you guys are going to try and level up first, but hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you all in the next one.